Hello there and welcome. Today we're making nsala soup. If this is your first time hearing this voice, my name is Saratu and it's really good to have you here. For the continual tuners, I love you. Thank you for stopping by. This nsala soup is called white soup and it is made without additional extra oil except the oil from the main ingredients. Stay tuned as we enjoy cooking together. So the ingredients we need are cocoyam, pepper, onions. We need nsala soup spice. I use Kem spice and it's the best so far in the market. The meat we are using is hard chicken. We're using cow foot. We're using stripes, also known as shaki, crayfish, garlic powder, ginger powder, seasoning cubes, dried black pepper, salt, smoked fish, and uziza leaves. We're using dried uziza leaves because I could not access the fresh one. So this is just a rundown of the ingredients. You can use yam in place of cocoyam. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to cook my meat. If I was using fresh fish, this will come in last, but I'm using hard meat, so I'm putting in all my ingredients with some onions, garlic and ginger powder. I'm pouring in hot water just so that everything will cook together at the same time, and I'm putting lots of water because I need the juice. I need so much of the stock, right? So we don't have to be very miserly about the water this time around. We need the stock infused and we just need a very rich stock. So we're going to be very patient because we're not using pressure pots, but the meat has to be soft. While that is going on, I'm going to cook the cocoyam. The cocoyam is going to serve as a thickener. You can eat nsala soup as a meal on its own. So yes, you use a thickener to achieve that. Now, the next thing is to check what's going on with our meat. It is still hard, so I'm adding lots of water to it. My hack is I always have hot water when I'm cooking, so it just continues the cooking process rather than having to slow me down. So we'll go on with that. I'll cover it up and check my cocoyam. I realized that it was not cooking evenly, so I cut the large ones. And the next thing I'm going to do is cover it. Mind you, you can use yam as a thickener instead of cocoyam. So to save time, most of the time I just prepare what I need and continue doing my job while the cooking is going on. So here I'm just preparing the stripes, I'm cutting it, washing it, packing it properly. So there is a debate. They say I wash my chicken as if I'm washing clothes. How do you wash yours? Tell me, do you use hot water or you just wash with salt and cold water, or you don't even wash at all? Another question is, do you eat this bum part of the chicken? I need you to comment below. Do you eat it? What's your culture? What's your belief about this? I don't like it, but some people like it, so I'm leaving it there. All I'm doing now is to pack it and just put it in transparent bags so that it will be preserved for future use. You can marinate before doing that, but I didn't need to do that at this point. So that's the remaining cow leg, and I'm just packing everything. So the cocoyam is cooked now, and I would allow cold water to run over it because I need to peel it hot. So if you're not allowing cold water to run over it, you need cold water just by the side because definitely your hand is going to get burnt. And one thing is, I noticed that the smaller and less mature cocoyam do the thickening job better for me. But this time around, I don't know what I was thinking. I bought the big matured ones as well. Well, these things happen, right? So I'm going to be peeling it. You can see that slimy effects coming out of the cocoyam. That's very useful, right? So I'm just peeling it now, and I'll ensure that I peel out all the back in a very neat manner. Of course, this cocoyam was quite clean. If it wasn't clean, I would have washed it before cooking to reduce the quantity of sand in my food. So I finished peeling it, and the very tough ones, I'm just going to eat them because yes, what is my mouth meant for? I eat it. Yes, and then this is what it looks like. The very mature ones look more like yam than cocoyam. It doesn't have that slimy effect. And then if you were cooking yam, you would peel it first, wash it, and put it together with the other ingredients to cook. But we're using cocoyam now, so this is how I do mine. I don't know how you do yours. If you're an expert watching this, how do you cook your cocoyam for white soup? Or do you just prefer to use yam? Because I know that Delta people prefer to use yam. They just cut it, wash it, and put it in the ingredients to be cooking to absorb the flavor, and then blend it later. Anyways, I'm still going to check the meat, and it looks like it's getting soft right now. So the next thing we're going to do is prepare our leaf. I'm using dried uziza leaf. You can use okazi leaf. Okazi is bitter. No, otazi. Otazi is bitter, and not everybody likes to eat bitter leaf. They are not eating bitter leaf soup. So traditionally, people use okazi, and it's very healthy and medicinal too. But I'm using uziza because I'm catering to so many other people in this meal, different families, and it's just a neutral ground for the herb, and it's actually as medicinal as okazi as well. Both have their functions, but I'm using this. And you wash your leaf very well, because these leaves come with a level of sand and some dirt. So because it's still crispy, I'm cutting it with my fingers and washing it as much as I can, just to reduce the quantity of sand that is going to get into my food. You can't eliminate it totally, but you can do your best. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just saving the water out, and then ensuring that I remove the debris, any dirt and all that. That's a very big stone I saw at the bottom of the leaf. That would have gone straight into the food, and we don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dice it. I'm going to chop it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I don't want my soup and the leaves fighting as if there is World War V going on. So please, I've decided to chop it, and you can do the same for your leaf, although in some markets you get this service. So I'm going to pour it now into the pot, and by the time this soup is ready, the estimated calculation is that the meat will have been soft, the leaf will have been adequately soft, and the sauce will have absorbed the herb, the flavor, and everything that I need in the soup from the leaf. So remember, if it was fresh leaf, it goes in last. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my fish. Yes, this fish is going to go in last because it's really soft, and as you can see, I'm using running water so that it can clean up the washing substance while I'm doing that. But if you don't have running water, just make sure you have a large bowl of water. You can also use salt, and share in the comment section how do you wash your fish to reduce the quantity of sand. Do you just go along with it like that, or you use all this to wash it? Well, this is my clean fish. The next thing I'm going to do is to wash my crayfish. Yes, a lot of washing, because we don't want dirt in our soup. We don't want our tongue and teeth fighting with sand and stones. So I just washed it, and I'm sieving it gently into the pot now. And then by the time that is done, if you're using a clear container, you would see the debris at the bottom. Of course, you lose some crayfish, but it's all worth it. The next thing I'm doing is to blend while the meat is getting cooked with the leaf, I'm blending this, and I like to actually flavor my cocoyam with some onions and pepper, because if you're using yam, you're going to still have it cooked in the seasoned water, so it's going to be a little bit flavored, and I'm just trying to achieve that by flavoring mine like this. So I blend it very smooth. We want a puree, not anything with balls. And then of course the next thing is to put the fish, because the meat is almost cooked, and I'm putting the fish now with the Insala spice. This spice is a game changer. I'm adding some more seasoning cube because I've tasted it and it needs more. And if you can notice, I've used a less deep pot so that we can see what we're doing very well. Buy Kem's Insala spice for your own good. In fact, if you don't have this and you use her pepper soup spice, it will give you the result you need. But just make sure you get Insala spice, and then you mix it very well, just so that you would get everything infused properly. And I'm being very careful here with the fish because I don't want it to break for presentation's sake. Now, please, at this point, I want you to like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. The next step is for us to check if our soup is making sense. I'm tasting it and I've gotten what I want in the taste, so I'm taking out the fish, even though one of the fish ended up breaking, but I did my best to achieve at least one whole fish. Yeah, so I'm pouring in the sauce now, and by this time this soup is almost ready. All I need now is to allow it thicken by boiling properly. So it is boiling now. If you have any question, please put it in the comment section. I'm willing to answer, but I'm just taking you through the process step by step on how to cook this soup with these ingredients, the dry leaf and all that you can see. So I'm going to put back the fish because of course I want the flavor and everything infused into the cocoyam as a thickener now. So if you are using yam, the same thing would have happened. You take out the yam, either pound it or blend it and put it back into the pot. But well, this is where we are. And if you have watched until this point, this is a bonus for you while making poundo to go with this soup. And the best way to make poundo is to use hot water at boiling point, not boiling water. You pour in your powder gently to control the cooking process and the thickness of the food, of the swallow. Once you see that it is thick enough and it has gotten to the decent solid point, you now begin to wind it, press it, mix it, and just continue doing what you can see me do in the screen to the very point where you have mixed everything properly. And then ideally you should have water close to you. I encourage hot water again, just so that in case if it is too thick, you can just lighten it a bit. But if it is not too thick, just put a little and then massage it to go in. Once you cover it, the next thing you're going to do is open it up in 3 minutes and then mix it, pack and serve. We'll go back to our Insala soup now, and I had to add a little more thickener because it was not as thick as I wanted it. But ideally this is the texture that you want. You don't want it too thick, you don't want it too runny, right? So one of the fish has broken, but well, I'm happy with what I got, and this is the final result of our soup. How do you see it? What do you think about it? I think it's giving the life, it's giving everything. So if you have watched until this point, you are the real MVP, and I want you to say something good in the comment section and let me know if there is any other thing you want to learn about this soup. If there is any question you have, let me know. So far so good. Our soup is ready and we're going to turn off the heat, but I like to always taste to be sure that everything is intact, and that is what I just did at the last bit. Now we're going to serve our food, but before we go, I want you to please like this video so that other people can see and benefit from it. I want you to also subscribe to this channel, because why not? You're going to be getting juicy and lovely content. Also, if you feel like this is too much work for you, I'm available for your catering services, because I'm going to do it just the best way you want it. If you have enjoyed this video and you have watched until this time, I just want to say thank you very much for sticking by. Thank you for finding me worthy to learn from. And at this point, I want to say goodbye. I'm going to eat now, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time in the next one. Bye.